Brittany, those Iowa State Cyclones, they are going through the ringer. Who is left on this team? Who is not being kicked off the team at this point?
Well, we've lost our quarterback and we've lost our running back at this point. I know we have 2 backups set up that people aren't so worried about Deckers leaving because they think that our backups are honestly going to be better than Deckers was. I don't know. I think that after last year already being a bad season, coming in with losing a bunch of players and just kind of the stigma surrounding everything that went down, it's going to be difficult. We start off playing UNI, which is a hard game every single year.
Yeah.
Then we play Iowa, who also is in trouble. Yeah. But I feel like their losses probably aren't as large as ours are. So I think that they very well might beat us in that game. I'll still be there to watch us lose.
Cheer them on. Yeah.
Exactly. Then we play Ohio. Everybody that I know has this game as a win. Not me. I want to, but every single time we think that we're going to beat a basically no-name team, we lose badly. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not sold on that. And the rest of our schedule is just it just gets harder from there. I mean, Oklahoma State, never a good game. At Oklahoma. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the Oklahoma State game that one year was good. I'll give you that. The whole wide right thing. The rest of this, I don't. Yep. And Brittany, if you think that Iowa State's going to lose to Ohio, this conversation is not going to go very well. Not going to go very well for Iowa State fans. You got TCU. You're defending, team that played in the national championship, defending college football playoff team in TCU. Cincinnati's not going to be easy by any means. Baylor on the road, at least it won't be a billion degrees.
In the Baylor,
in October at least. BYU on the road is going to be really in November. BYU fans, you don't know where either of these teams will be. Texas obviously is loaded with talent, and then at Kansas State, you're right. What a terribly hard way to end this season. Give me like a ceiling here. What is a best case scenario? Somehow every other team gets long COVID and Iowa State's the only squad left in the Big 12.
Let's see. We somehow get lucky and beat UNI, Iowa, and Ohio to start off.
Again, that's odd. You would say lucky for those 3 games most years, but you're going lucky to beat Northern Iowa, the offensive powerhouse of Iowa, and Ohio.
Yeah, if we can somehow get 3 wins, then at least the Big 12 schedule we can take a few L's. I mean that Kansas game, it's going to be, like I said when I was mentioning Kansas, that's towards the end of their schedule. So depending on how they're doing, if they're not having a great season, maybe we can get a win there. The rest, honestly, are a little bit terrifying. I like playing OU at OU, so maybe that'll work out in our favor. Yeah. I'd say absolute ceiling 4 or 5 games.
Absolute ceiling 4 or 5 games. Can you, and also this 2021 recruiting class for Iowa State, which are some of the guys that are starting to show out, number 59 recruiting class in the country. So you don't have a lot of stout, sturdy stuff coming up through the ranks from that class. 2020, it was 46th in the country. And then 2022, 39th. 2023, 42nd, which not terrible, right? Kind of on par with what Iowa State did. They win with less. A lot of the Big 12 teams are similar in that way. But can you take me through this whole betting scandal? What is going on and why is it going on?
Yeah, and honestly, I think the betting scandal is going to hurt our recruiting because, I mean, people are going to be nervous to come here. And, I mean, we had a bunch of players both at Iowa and Iowa State that bet on their own games, that even if they didn't bet on their own games, they bet on college athletics, which is not illegal, but NCAA rules. Concealed it, which was illegal, and bet underage. We had a wrestler that bet $45,000. So I'm not surprised. I mean, we had heard rumors about that. Obviously, Deckers was going to get kicked from the spring. We didn't know anybody else. Nobody had really heard anything else. But when it dropped, it was worse than we expected. But at this point, there's nothing I can do but laugh because there's nothing more you can say. It's going to happen. I've heard it's done at least. So, but we'll see. We'll cross our fingers and see.
So now you talk ceiling 4 or 5 wins. Now post betting scandal, your quarterback, your running back are gone. What is the floor?
0.
You think there's a legitimate chance Iowa State wins 0 games this year?
Yes. I'm scared.
This is definitely the worst team in the Big 12 then.
Not necessarily. I still have West Virginia making a good challenge for being the worst. As far as West Virginia goes, I think they have an insanely hard schedule. And they start their season off at Penn State, which, they play Pitt, which is always a fun game for them. They have to play Texas Tech. Then they go to TCU. They have to play Oklahoma State. They go to Norman for Oklahoma. They end their season with Baylor. They end up playing, all 4 new schools.
Yeah.
Plus a Big Ten school that very well may go 12-0. So I think it's going to be between the 2 of them.
Legitimate chance at West Virginia. Iowa State, Houston are all kind of vying. I think Cincinnati's in the conversation too, vying for the last spot in the Big 12. That's not poppy or shocking. It seems like most people have picked those 4 teams there, but with a ceiling of 5 wins and a floor of 0, truly could be colossal for Iowa State. Do you think that Matt Campbell feels some heat if this team goes 2-10, 3-9 this year?
I've heard some people say that he should. I've heard people even saying, that he's in the hot seat now. I don't agree with that. I think that Matt Campbell coming and picking our program up for battling for the bottom spot with KU every single year. I mean, when I was in college, it was literally like we'd win 2 games a season every season, and that was our ceiling.
Yeah.
So him coming and picking us up, bringing us to a Big 12 championship game, multiple bowl games. I don't think one season like last season is that much to put him on the hot seat. And I don't think this season can really be taken into account because of all the gambling allegations. As far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen, it's not his fault. And unless he's expected to sit on their phones all day, I doubt he knew.
Yeah. It feels as though Matt Campbell has almost, if he hasn't already, bought himself a lifetime contract.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be... In everything that he's done from a media standpoint, you always see and go, I like that Matt Campbell guy. He's done nothing for himself to make himself look bad, make the program look bad, although the players certainly have done enough for him. Brittany, the University of Texas University, the eyes are no longer upon them. Right here on Locked On Big 12, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.